Morning, this is Josh here at Mass Gunworks again. I wanted to go over something I got to work on with you guys. This is a Remington 5mm Magnum. So it's similar. I've got it out of stock, so excuse me. It's very similar to, it's got some neat stuff on it. It's very similar to a 17 HMR or a 22. Oh, what is that? Not a 22 Magnum. 22 Hornet. Sorry, yeah, 22 Hornet. So the owner, military guy, real good shot. He's obsessed with accuracy. And he noticed that this rifle was not locking down like it should be. Wanted me to bet it. So typically, not a big deal. Most rifles that are not rimfires have 2 points of contact, one up here, and then typically there's one down here. And when you tighten those bolts down, it cinches the action into the stock, good solid hold. It is common for guys to want pillars and some bedding. You get metal on metal contact that way. You're really able to torque it down, and it makes the rifle just good and solid. This one presented a challenge because it only has one attachment point. So there's the lone action screw goes right in there, and it contacts receiver here, just underneath the chamber. So I had a couple obstacles to overcome. First thing, fairly simple, was to figure out, the size of the pillar that I needed. So what we did, we took the action screw, measured it. I got a diameter and a length. And then I took my calipers and I measured this hole right here. So the way that I did that was I took a flat surface like this ruler, okay, and I held it over the bottom of the hole. Excuse me. And then I took my caliper, and as you open that caliper up, it's got a stylus that comes out the back, so you can use for measuring depth. And I measured my depth right here. And I bought a piece of brass off of eBay. It's a 1/2-inch brass. Came in a 1-foot stick, and I took it over my lathe and I bored it, and then cut some ring-shaped depressions in it. That way the bedding compound would have a spot on the pillar to get into and basically glue it into place. So our measurements for this one, take you over here to the marker board, are right here. Get the glare out of there. So our inner diameter was around 5/16. I think the actual bolt measured around 305 thou, 310 thou. So I did 5/16, so it's a pretty tight fit. Our OD of the part was going to be 1/2 inch, so 500 thousandths. And then we were looking for something about 1 inch, 140 thou long. Okay. So after we did that, we epoxied it in place with some bedding compound. And then I took a Dremel tool with a sanding drum and just profiled it down, okay? So the other thing we did, I took a 1/2-inch drill bit in my milling machine, and I drilled a 1/2-inch hole, approximately an inch deep maybe, and I filled that with bedding compound. And then back here is where the back of the receiver contacts the stock. So I marked that with a pencil. I just took a chisel and chiseled out some material there. And I put some bedding compound there and there. So now what I have is I have a solid lockup spot in the middle where the action screw comes in, and that gives me my pillar. But I also have a bedding pad, so this material is not going to compress like the wood around it does. It's going to give two solid points of contact for the rest of the action to rest. Now I know some of you are sitting there going, "Oh, the barrel's not free floated." Doesn't matter, okay? Some guns like to be free floated, some don't. This one was not free floated to begin with, and the accuracy improved. So what we did worked, okay? So as I put this action into here now, this was a little tricky because you got this little spring mechanism for the magazine, which I have found if I take a screwdriver and gently, ever so gently, pry up on that, come on, there we go. I can get that pop into place. We'll line up our hole, put our screw in, now because this is such a tight fit, I have to be right on the money with getting that screw in there, so it can be kind of tricky to get it in. There we go. Okay. All right, that's a good solid locker right there. Okay, that's that. So while I've got you here, real quick on this rifle, if you ever get one, if you ever get a chance to mess with one, typically when you go to do the bolt, take it out, you're going to put the weapon on fire, take it up safety position, pull the trigger, and that allows you to get the bolt out. Not with this, okay? You need to take that safety, push it up into the safe position, push it forward just a little bit more, and then the bolt will come out, okay? So once again, this is a safe position. I'm sorry, I got that backwards. Back on this is safe, forward's fire. So we're gonna push it up into the fire position. We're gonna push it forward just a little bit more. The bolt comes out. If I try to do the good old fashioned, put it on fire and pull the trigger, nothing's gonna happen, okay? So anyway, Remington 5mm Magnum, excellent, excellent gun for groundhogs, varmints, prairie dogs, maybe squirrel, maybe a little hopper squirrel, but good shooting gun. So hope you enjoyed that. If that was helpful, let me know in the comments. You get a chance, smash that like button, maybe give me a subscribe. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye.